Yo, 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 yo. Peace and blessings, man. Tapping in with y'all. You know the black biking is in the building. You dig? Last day of 2024, you know I gotta tap in with y'all. Hey, man, first and foremost, man, I want to thank everybody that has sent likes, comments, views. It's definitely appreciated. You know, where would we be without y'all? You know what I'm talking about? And on that note, we're going to jump off into this business. Breaking news. Shout out to Alex, the homeboy Alex here in Houston with Mother Trucker, the Mother Trucker podcast. He just dropped some content about what's going on in Colorado. Currently is breaking news up in Colorado. Got a major weather situation popping off in, I think it's Georgetown, Colorado, on I-70. So I wanted to send prayers and for all the truckers that may see this, man. You know, we're praying for you, and we hope you're safe. You got some fluid, some food. This is ugly. I'm a fellow trucker. I know the protocol. I know I done rode the 80. I done rode the 70 in the winter, so I know what's going. I know what's going on, and it's not a laughing matter. It's serious. So let's keep our thoughts and our prayers for those up there in Colorado that may be stranded. Even the four-wheelers, those driving the cars. You know, regular pedestrians, not just the commercial vehicle drivers, as well as our officers and what have you, public safety that's out there, DOT that's out there working the highways and trying to make sure it's safe and may have to rescue people and what have you. We're praying for those individuals as well. With that being said, let's get off into this business, man. A little bit of entertainment. First and foremost, I put up a video. My first video said 500 views, man. Major stuff. I want to say that, right? Man, hey, that's love. Would have never thought that about Jeff Teague and Charleston White situation with the 520 podcast. Shout out to the homeboy Jeff Teague. Shout out to Charleston White up out of Fort Worth. We are in the great state of Texas, and you know I'm from the town. You know how we get down. Naptown made me, H-Town paid me all day long. But check it. I stand behind the homeboy Jeff Teague. Still stand behind the homeboy Jeff Teague. Shout out to Jeff Teague, the 520 podcast, like I said, and the whole Teague family from out of that Pike Township and other parts of the town. You feel me? Good family. But the reason why I wanted to revisit it, because it's a lot of people have been talking about it, right? So not just myself, you know, it's all over social media. And I listened to a couple of people, but one in particular that stood out was Poetic Flacco. I think he's out of Cali. He usually drop a lot of good content. I'll be following a lot of stuff that he be putting out. And on this particular situation, I heard him out and I agreed with some of the stuff. But then where I broke right was when he was trying to give advice to Jeff Teague about his brand, protecting the brand, and, you know, sponsorship and all that type of stuff. And I guess it was based upon the comment that I think it was Jeff. It may not have been Jeff. It may have been one of the brothers that's on there talking about they wanted to protect the opportunity to be able to go to the WNBA All-Star game. They made a joke basically about it. Let me tell you this, man, and I don't speak on Jeff Teague's behalf, but let me tell you this about what I do know about Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague comes from a good family, partner. If you know about the Teagues in Indianapolis, it's self-explanatory. He's not a bad dude, you know what I mean? Except on that basketball court. Financially set. Their family, about their business, real active in the community in Indianapolis. And Jeff, on an individual level, is highly successful. He's a college graduate, Wake Forest, one of the most prestigious colleges in the state of North Carolina, in the country for all that matters. Most of the athletes that come up out of Wake Forest know how to think. It's the facts. So we ain't dealing with no dummy. I'm gonna put that on the table off the top. But the bone that I have to pick with Poetic Flacco is this. When are we gonna get to the point where the money doesn't always have to supersede the principles? Y'all always worried about the money. It's about the money, about the money, about the money, about the money, about the money. It ain't always about the money. So you either can sacrifice the people or you can sacrifice the goat. The righteous, they sacrifice the goat. The bloodsuckers, they sacrifice the people. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, where you going with that? This is about freedom. This is about your independence, about having control of your content. Off the top, we already, as content creators, have to submit to rules to be able to put our content on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, so forth and so on. You know, TikTok, all these different platforms, they already have guidelines, rules, and regulations that you already have to abide by. That's the society that we live in. There's rules and regulations. I don't need nothing else. It's too much government already. Did you catch that? It's too much government already. I don't need no more. I'm already got this governing me. So bringing on other stuff, it just clouds everything up. And that's my position. I just believe that they don't have a right for what was said by Charleston White. Because like I said, it wasn't Jeff Teague that was actually making the comments. It was Charleston White. And to dig a little deeper into that, earlier, I was in a conversation at brunch here in Houston with my friend Melanie. She's an educator and humble. And we just came up in a conversation, and she doesn't too much care for Charleston White. She said even though some of the stuff that he says be on point, she has a problem with the way he delivers, right? So I heard what she said, and I said this to her. I said, do you know who Charleston White was before he became a famous YouTuber, social media personality? Do you know who he was? And she's like, no. I said, exactly. Did nobody know who Charleston White was before he became the personality on social media? I said, check this game, catch this game. Like I say, as always, slicker than a can of Lucas oil. When you are continuously trying to get people to hear your message, and you taking the right steps, the right measures to help your people, but ain't nobody listening, you get frustrated. So then you sit back and you say, well, what is it going to take to get them to hear me? And this is the method that Charleston White has utilized to get to where he's at, because everybody knows Charleston White now. He's selling out venues, comedy, on every podcast, his own platform, doing numbers. If I'm not mistaken, his estimate net worth is a couple of million, like that. And everybody is talking about him just like I am currently. So people are hearing the message. He did what he had to do to get the people to wake up. And so for me, what I believe that these people that had something to say, like I said in my previous video, that had something to say to Jeff Teague, the 520 podcast, and Charleston White, you just searching for something to talk about. You just need something to talk about. So we're going to talk about you. You in the way. Jeff Teague is good people. He's spitting real topics over there, real content. Get out the way. Get out the way. Let 520 do what 520 doing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, town business, man. 317. I had to go Oakland on you. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to all my player partners out there in the town and in Frisco in the city, man. You know what I'm talking about? We take this back to Tenderloin type shit, though. We don't do all that. If you know, you know. Hey, excuse me, man. I've been on Larry June for the last month. Just, that's all I want to play. Like I'm in Hunters Point or Potrero Hill somewhere. Shout out to my cousin Murphy and them, man, out Potrero Hill. Like I'm in Fillmore. Like I'm in the Acorns, man. You know what I'm talking about? Town business, man. You know what I'm talking about? Let's keep it pushing. But yeah, man, it serves a purpose. There's a method to the madness. And the people that don't mean any good about the situation is the ones that's running off at the mouth. People that are genuine, right, that's really on something, they ain't got no problem with that, bruh. So move along. Get out the business, partner. You know what I'm talking about? Get out the business. You're in the way. You want to know who else is in the way? And I'm a piggyback off of Charleston White about this individual because they was talking about Charleston White. Bozo Benzino. Bozo Benzino from Boston, Massachusetts. Made men, co-owner, founder of the Source magazine. Dummy of the Year award. This clown had the audacity the other day, was talking about Charleston White. I want to say it was on, there wasn't no jumper. I think he may have been on Vlad. And he was on one of them. I want to think it was Vlad, but he was on one of them podcasts and they was asking him about Charleston White and he was on there going in about Charleston White. Like, what did he do? What did he do? He ain't ever done nothing to contribute to the culture. Whoa. Dude, homie, gas face, you in the way. Get out of here. They just had you on TV, buddy. Eviction. Locked up for being a dummy about the eviction process because of your own doings. And you over here talking about Charleston White in the culture? Bruh, you a bozo. You a real certified bozo. Get out of here. Ain't nothing made about you. Ain't nothing made about you, man. You running around Atlanta like a bozo. Clown. You did. Man, get out of the way, man. You can't tie Charleston White shoes right now, though. You know what I'm talking about? You a has-been. Perfect example of not sharpening your tools to be able to stay relevant. You're not even respected by your own daughter, partner. So move along, homie. Bozo. Another bozo. And I hate to say this, because I liked him. Joe Budden, what are you doing, homie? What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? Joe Budden with your butt in your neighbors. What? What? Man, I am really starting to believe these dudes is on K2 or something. I don't know. They got to be on something, man. You successful, and you over here like the diddler in your neighbor's establishment without permission. Now you're in jail. Now you're about to be on the S abuse list as an S abuser. Crazy. Tell you just did yourself in. Bozo. Bozo. Got a lot of bozoism going on around here, don't we? Bozo. I was gonna speak about the Travis Hunter situation, but I'm not gonna go off into it. I just believe that bro's gonna have to learn at some point what's real and what's not. And right now, it is his truth, it is his reality, and we have to respect. You don't have to like it, but you gotta respect it. That's his position. He's happy with it. If he like it, I love it. If he like it, I love it. You know what I'm talking about? Square business. Square business. Be worried about bozos. It's my new thing. Bozo. Finesse 2 times. Bozo. What are you thinking about, homie? So you get out of this situation, and here you go. You get out of another situation, you get into another situation, get out of that situation, get into another situation. It's a constant door, bro. It's a constant revolving door. So now we got you involved with a minor king, back and forth arguing. You the adult in the room, bro. You created that monster. You created that monster that's turning around biting you in the rear now. And you upset when you should have knew better. And I know you should have knew better because of what you stand on. And I know you got individuals around you that are of that demonstration that you represent that I know then breathe on you. But for whatever reason, you ain't taking heed. You shouldn't even been having my mans out here like that anyway. He a child, bro. He a child. What that makes you look like is a bloodsucker. Because basically, you knew that that wasn't the way to go. Can't tell me you didn't. But you fed that monster. You fed that monster, and then it grew into a big monster that can speak for itself now. And now it's biting all on you. To the point of the boys is involved. CPS and all of that. And they got you looking goofy. Bozo. Got you looking goofy, bro. Now I just seen something saying about Jay Prince supposed to got the baby mama, Jay Prince Jr. Bozo, what are you doing? Finesse, what are you doing, man? Snap out of it, partner. Snap out of it. Snap out of it. Shout out to them hot boys. They were just here in Houston. Good reunion at the Toyota Center. a couple of people that went, and they spoke highly. I'm glad to see the brothers come together anyway. Uh, it was my era to a certain extent, a little bit older, but I believe that we need to get along anyway, man. We don't need to be out here with all that, bro. We got enough madness going on as we see, enough bozo stuff going on already out here. We don't need no more bozo stuff going on, right? We don't need no more of that. So to see Baby and Turk and BG and Wayne and Juvie and Manny all back on the one accord, even if it's for the money. That's some real stuff, though. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you gotta see the bigger picture, right? Sometimes. So that takes me back to the Poetic Flacco situation. Is there a time when you do have to set things aside because of the money? Is it? Absolutely, there is. But then there's sometimes when you don't set it to the side. Because if you set it to the side, it'll have you looking like a bozo. And we don't want to be looking like no bozo. You feel me? Square business. So there's a time and a place for all things, is the point. So shout out to them hot boys, man. Shout out to Cash Money, man. Shout out to Gangster over there, Terrence Williams. I know some of y'all don't like him. I like him, Say what you want. He's smart, very smart. Just like the brother up there in Atlanta, in Pakistan, Rollo. Definitely on the winning team. I can feel that. I dig that. You know what I'm talking about? I understand. He ain't no bozo. Last but not least, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to talk on before I get out of here. We're going to close out on this. Evie, y'all. Eve gets the bozo. Eve, what are you doing? You from Illidale. They have one of the biggest conscious communities in the United States of America. You was raised around the Dean family at Rough Rider. Huh? You was raised around the Dean family from Yonkers, New York. You know anything about the Dean family, right? Rough Riders. How is EVE doing what she doing? Eve gets the bozo. Y'all probably said, you gonna give Eve the bozo? Man, did y'all see that picture? She's sitting at this big old table like they over in lots of Nottingham or fucking the palace of whatever. That's what it looked like. And they're about 50 deep on this big old table. Like we on over in Europe somewhere, which that's where they was at. And it wasn't no Soul Patrol up in that mug, man. She was on it. It was looking scary, man. Eve, what is you doing? It's making me think. You put the money before the, so that makes you get the bozo. You know better than that. Where's your people off from there from Illidale? You from Philadelphia. You from Illidale, baby. Come on, man. Ain't wet like that, man. That's Jill Scott Turk, man. That's the Roots, man. That's Benny Siegel, man. That's Wally, man. That's Wallow and Gully. Eve, what are you doing? I'll give you the bozo. Hey, like, share, subscribe. Black Viking perspective. You dig? Town business. Always official. You dig? Peace.